The most powerful moment in All of Us Are Dead. This show contained many moments that could be considered the most powerful in the show, and if I'm being honest, it is a tough one to choose. However, I think I've got it. Here is the most powerful moment in All of Us Are Dead. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. Where do I even begin? Well, I'll name two moments that could have potentially taken it, but just fell slightly short. One moment that I think could have potentially taken it was in the final episode of the show. It is the moment where we see 4 months and 17 days later, once the virus seemed to now be under control, and the group are finally reunited and have gone to the other side of the wall with the hopes of being able to go and see Namra. When they finally get there, Namra appears out of the shadow, and she's the best that she's looked in a while. We then find out that she's living on the other side of the wall amongst a community of people who are also Hambies like her, half zombie and half human, and she's comfortable with that. It looks like she's managing her zombie tendencies and she's using her strengths to her advantage. It was a moment that I didn't expect to see, and also finding out that there were many others was a moment that shocked me and surprised me for all of the right reasons. Another moment that did come close was Jiangsus Death. It was a moment that was powerful for a number of different reasons. One, because he was innocent amongst all of it, he had to deal with the judgment from others, all to then be jeopardized and essentially forced into turning into a zombie by Nayeon. It showed just how horrible of a character she was, and that she was prepared to kill him due to the fact that he was in a different class to what she was. It was a moment that had a sense of realistic views that some people share, and it was difficult to watch. It was such a sad moment when he had to say goodbye to everyone, and when he tried to do the right thing by taking himself outside. I feel his turn was the first time we got an introduction to the slow process of it happening and seeing the deterioration of the mind. It was such a great, powerful and emotional moment. However, the moment that I believe is the most powerful in the entirety of All of Us Are Dead occurs towards the end of episode 11 of the show. It happens at the point where the group are sitting on the construction element, and Guinam comes to seek revenge on Cheong-San. We see him take a bite out of Cheong-San, and this is then when we see the powerful moment occur. We see Cheong-San realize that he has no time left before he eventually turns into the zombie-like being. He has to hold Onjo close and say farewell to her. The devastating fact that moments earlier they finally agreed that they were at a point where they both said that they would talk about how they feel about each other, which was a moment that we'd been building up to. He goes to walk away, but even then it's still too hard for him, and he goes back in for one final hug, and you can really sense that he doesn't want to let go of her. They even finally kiss. After an emotional goodbye to Onjo and the rest of the group, he runs inside of the derelict building to lure the zombies in his direction so the others can get away, ultimately preparing to sacrifice himself after screaming at the top of his voice that he doesn't care what happens to him because today he's the happiest kid from school, due to finally kissing Onjo. We see him manage to get some of the zombies to fall down a steep drop, all for a final battle with Guinam, with him sacrificing himself in the flames of the bomb that was dropped. It was a scene that was so powerful, and rounded off this character's arc nicely for Season 1. We got to see the best of Cheong-San in this scene, and it was so sad when he had to say goodbye. It's most definitely the most powerful moment in this show. However, I do have a slight feeling that this isn't the last time we'll see him. So, there you have it. What I believe the most powerful moment in All of Us Are Dead is. What do you think the most powerful moment is? Do you agree with me? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.